All right, everybody, we're going to jump into this one. This is going to be somebody not doing a good job when it comes to lane filtering. We're going to figure out what happened. There's the hit. There's the hit. And yeah, no good. So we got a red light. We're going to go ahead and lane filter. We're going to get in front of the BMW right here. And here's the thing. If we don't have to do it, don't do it. Just don't do it. The light's going to turn green. Okay, it's going to turn something. We're going to accelerate here. At this point, everybody else is accelerating. How about we just kind of let them go around? It was just a bad opportunity. Stale red light. We jumped in front. If you're going to get in front of somebody when everyone else is accelerating, please accelerate out. Okay, so try to watch out for roadway users when it comes to intersections. If you're worried about going slow when it comes to lane filtering, practice your slow speed skills right here with the drill booklet from Motorcycle Training Concepts. Jump right into it. Let's grab it. Let's go. How do I ride a motorcycle on the highway? First and foremost, it's just like riding on the regular street. It's just that you're going to be going at a higher rate of speed. So you're going to have more wind hitting your chest if you're on a cruiser. If you don't have a windshield, you're going to have crosswinds, so they're going to get pushed off to the side. One thing that you can do is when you're riding and you have your legs kind of like this, you're doing this. If the wind is pushing you this way, stick your knee out, okay? Use that as a sail. It's going to grab wind and it's going to try to pull you this way while the wind's trying to push you this way. It's going to counterbalance some of that stuff, so you're not really like leaning into the wind. That's a good little tip. Riding on the highway, it's actually safer than riding in town because you don't have that cross traffic. Okay, you don't have those intersections that are going to hit you. You're going to have issues when it comes to merging, but those are pretty few and far between. One thing I prefer to do is staying in the right lane. If you notice, in the right lane, that shoulder off to your right is pretty big for the most part. On interstates, they're pretty big. It's about as big, it is as big as a lane itself. So if I'm in that right lane, I'm basically in the center of 3 lanes at that point. If I'm far off to the left lane in that fast lane or the overtaking lane, that little itty bitty shoulder off to my left, I can still make it work. There's rumble strips or whatever, I can still make it work, but it doesn't offer me a lot of opportunity. So I like being in the right lane. It allows me to have a massive shoulder to my right and an open lane to my left sometimes. So I have the option of swerving right, swerving left, and I have a lot of room in front of me and behind me. So how to ride on the interstate: accelerate on that on-ramp to get up to speed, the flow of traffic of the highway, freeway, whatever it is that you're doing. When it comes to riding which lane, I like the right lane, so I have a shoulder and a left lane to play around with if I need to. Picking up speed, not panicking, gripping the tank with my knees instead of holding the handlebars and shaking it all over, especially when you get wind buffeted. Relax. Off ramps, once indicate first that you're getting off. Once you get on that off ramp, start to slow it down. Apply a little bit of brake pressure, engine RPM starting to go down. Downshift, 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 downshift. Progressively brake. It's actually considered trail braking. Pretty much the same thing because you're coming to a stop. You're moving there. So get on the off ramp. There it is. How to practice it? Pick a spot of the freeway that is like maybe a mile to the next off ramp. Get on, speed up, stay, practice the wind, get off. Go across, get on, and just do like a 1 mile loop of on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off before you decide, oh, I'm going to go 100 miles. Just do the on, off, on, off, on, off. Get some reps in. Get some reps in. So that is how you ride on a highway. All right, let's take a look at this one. This is in South Africa. We're already lane splitting. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. There is that open lane pattern. We had a nice little pucker factor going on with emergency braking, but it was more like a panic brake. Let's take a look at this real quick. So right here, we're lane filtering pretty high rate of speed. I'm unsure what the laws are in South Africa, but we're definitely going way faster than the flow of traffic. So whenever we see, let's go ahead and get my pen out just real quick. Whenever we see this certain kind of pattern popping up, okay, so we have an open lane right here. You know, this is the big open lane. There's opportunities for these vehicles to switch over. So whenever we see open lane, open lane, open lane, especially when we're lane filtering, watch out for that. If we're just riding in the road, watch out for it too, because you don't know if somebody's going to pull over. So this person's looking at that one. It's like they're going to stay there. But here's that open lane once again. So open lane, the vehicle is going to come over. And the reason why that vehicle did go over is that there's a big stack of cars. They're going slower than they want. This lane is going faster. And that's why they do it. You're going to do that too. You're going to switch lanes for that exact reason also. So we're going to come up to here. And there it is. So we have somebody come over. So what we have is a few options here. The main thing here is that we need to plan our ride. We need a position for safety. We weren't doing that. Locate hazardous situations. We weren't doing that. And now we're doing this. Okay, so this is going to be an issue. So what we have to do is find that escape path. Position for safety is maintaining a good space cushion. Line of sight, you can see really far down the line. That's what happens when you're lane filtering. But then also having escape routes. So we're going to have to do some form of escape right here and swerve out of the way at a high rate of speed. Not the best situation ever, but that's a risk you're going to have to take when it comes to lane splitting at these speeds. So a little bit of a panic. Hopefully they didn't hit, but hopefully he learned his lesson. All right, everybody, let's take a look at this video and see what happens. Side of the vehicle coming out, a little turtle head poking out. Handled it well. Handled it real well. We were able to just say, yeah, buddy. We remained calmed, handled it. So we're coming around a blind corner. This is going to be a line of sight issue, and it's not going to be something I want to always deal with. I mean, it is what it is, but this is what I do is just slow it down. So I'm in orange stage, prepped and ready. You can't see around this vehicle. So right here, we're coming up. Or I'm sorry, around the corner. We see the side of the vehicle. This isn't going to be something that we like. We don't want to be a part of it, but that's going to indicate, hey, there is something there. There is something that we should be paying attention to. We should be making sure that we are avoiding these things. So when it comes to planning a ride or position for safety, we located this hazardous situation. We're assessing if this is a relevant threat. It really is. So we have to navigate around it. So we're going to go into red stage and get ourselves out of here. So nice swerve immediately. So his perception and reaction was really good because this person is blocking the whole road. So we have to go around here. It's a high risk because you can't really see what's around the corner, but we're already going to run into the side of this vehicle if we don't do anything. So there's the swerve, and we are already prepped and ready to swerve back. Very good. So you see how far we got pushed out? So now we're going to swerve back into our lane because we don't want to stay into oncoming traffic. Handled it really well. Very proud of this person. Definitely a smart rider. Seeks and maintains. Good job, good job, good job. All right, let's jump into this one. It looks like we're already handling something. Okay, lots of traffic. No gloves. Side of the vehicle. There's the other one. We're going to do a nice little adjustment. Got to get back into our lane. We got cars coming. Okay, so we're coming through, and this is going to be a lot of intersections. So we have an intersection right here. This is going to be a neighborhood, so intersections, little side streets. This right here is the side of the vehicle. Remember when we're talking about locating hazardous situations and assessing relevant threats? Is this a relevant threat? No, it's not. It's parked and it's facing the other way unless they're backing out. Relevant threats would be anything that's going to come out and get you. So, but this driveway is also considered intersection. So when I'm going through a neighborhood, I am in an orange stage pretty much the whole time until I'm out of the neighborhood, and then there's less opportunities for vehicles to get in front of me. So we're coming up to here, doing the speed limit, doing whatever, doing fine. That's the crazy thing. If we're hauling booty, we're going to have issues. So we see the side of the vehicle here, okay? We see the side of the vehicle here. We don't know if they're coming out this way. We don't know if they're coming out this way. Either way, it's going to be a path of travel violation, and we have an opportunity to crash into them. So we have to either emergency brake, emergency swerve, emergency accelerate out of this area. So right now, everything's fine. This vehicle, did a quick little glance with my peripheral. Hey, they're turning right, not a big deal. Oh, this vehicle is starting to come out. So we have to do something, okay? We don't know if they're going to sneak out and get in our way, so we can't just assume they're going to stop. We have to get ourselves out of here, but we have a line of sight issue over this crest of the hill. It's a risk we're going to have to take. So you might have to accelerate and move over, okay? If we brake and try to move over, we might not have enough time. So we're going to have to make these really big judgments. Either way, we got to move out of the way. So right here, doing fine, doing fine. Look how close that was. Now, why do you think that happened? Sun in the eyes? More than likely. The sun's right in the driver's eyes. It's on our back. It's pointed this way. Now, when we're in this position, we can freak out and get pissed and like look back and yell at this guy. But we have vehicles here and we are in their path of travel. So we're going to have to get back into our lane as soon as possible and reposition ourselves for safety. So it's a constant change. It's a constant move back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So make sure you guys do that and reposition yourselves for safety.